Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Rucci. Today we're chatting about how to get unstuck when you feel a little bit behind or feel like your life is on pause, and the things that you can do in a period like this to gain momentum once again. We have made it to Q2 and there is so much change in the air with the start of spring and the summer around the corner. And I know some people find this time of year to feel like a new year, the actual true new year where life starts up again and everyone feels inspired and energetic towards change and growth. But that's not always the case. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a difficult situation navigating the change in seasons and just really understanding who we are through these periods of transition. We can feel a little bit stuck trying to rebrand ourselves or understand the direction in which we want to move forward in months to come. Because of internal or external circumstances, we can quite literally feel stuck. We can feel like our life is in gridlock. We don't really know how to navigate forward, backwards. This could be a result of your career, whether it's a job loss or a shift that you're transitioning through, relationships, or even just navigating your day-to-day as it changes through the different eras of your life. It can feel like life is just entirely on pause and we don't quite know how to hit play again, but I can assure you that this is a normal feeling and you are not alone. So today I'm going to share some tips that I have found helpful whenever I feel a little bit stuck. First things first, it's important to normalize this. It's important to understand that this is just a natural, normal human experience. It's part of the journey, and there are definitely going to be times in our lives where things are not necessarily moving at the same momentum that we're used to or the momentum that we're striving for. Whether it's a result of burnout or fear or perfectionism or analysis paralysis, this is likely, if not guaranteed, to happen at some point in all of our lives. Though we're not all always on the same page and experiencing the same emotions at the same times, we are likely to have overlaps in what comes with the human experience. So we've established that acknowledging this feeling of being stuck is important, and it is the first step. It's important to see this as something that is just a part of the human experience versus being extra hard on yourself and not giving yourself the grace to just experience life for what it is and go through the emotions that come with being human. This acknowledgement itself will make you feel a lot better about where you might be in life and will also allow you to see things through a different perspective. It'll allow you to look at the silver linings and understand that you are going through your personal journey of life at your very own pace. You have time. You have opportunities to learn as you go, and that's kind of what these periods of feeling stuck are about. Introspection, looking inward and thinking about things potentially in a different light. So then we move into understanding the feeling and actually not just seeing it for what it is, but trying to understand it for what it is and why it's existing the way that it is. Are you feeling stuck in your routine? Are you feeling stuck in terms of your purpose and not really feeling like you're actually doing things with impact? Are you emotionally feeling stuck? Are you feeling stuck in your pace of life? This chunk of the puzzle definitely requires us to, like I said, look inward and really think about things in a very candid and raw way. We need to be honest with ourselves here and really understand that we have nothing to prove to anyone else but ourselves. In this lifetime, we truly only have to make ourselves happy, because that has a domino effect. The way in which we live our lives and the way that we conduct ourselves will impact the energy and the aura that we put out around others, around other opportunities, and so on and so forth. So be honest with yourself, whether that's through a brain dump, whether that's through a journaling exercise, whether that's through simply talking to yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, if I was not in this current position of feeling stuck and feeling like my life is on pause, what would I be doing? This will allow you to reflect on why you might be feeling stuck and help you narrow down that particular area of your life that might need a little bit more work or attention. I can assure you, doing the deep work that comes with looking inwards, considering your shadow, and really just reflecting on it in a very honest and open way will again make you feel a lot better. Then we also have to consider our day-to-day, our environment, the energy that we surround ourselves with. Are we breaking any patterns, or are we living the same day every day of our lives, which makes us naturally feel like there's no stimulation, there's no difference, there's no projection. Moving your body is one of the most important, crucial, critical, and impactful ways to change your overall vibration, your energy, and your overall mood. Engaging in physical movement will surely lead to an increase in mental momentum. But also it really comes down to the root of doing the hard thing, or doing the thing that you may not want to do necessarily, because let's be honest, I'm someone who loves to work out, but there are definitely days where my body is a little bit sore, or it's just that time of the month and I'm not feeling it, or I quite literally just want to be a couch potato and would rather not move my body that day. It's especially at those times that I really try to push myself, even if it's just a simple walk, even if it's just engaging in light stretching stretching for a few minutes. That feeling of accomplishment, even for something as small as engaging in a little bit of movement, will make you feel like you've contributed a lot more to your growth and progression, which will naturally boost your mood and make you feel a lot less stuck in life. Small actions, the tiny little things that we can do that contribute to our overall happiness, and I've touched on this in previous videos, but as a whole, these things help to romanticize our everyday, romanticize our lives, and naturally will make us feel a lot more fulfilled in the day-to-day, which leads us to have more gratitude and feel a lot less behind in life. Clarity comes from action, not rumination. So try to get yourself just moving and doing the things as opposed to sitting and overthinking about where you could be or how you'd like to progress. The action is what's going to get you there, not the overplanning. Now, going back to environment, doing the same thing every single day, not necessarily in a routine matter, but more in a rinse and repeat matter, will definitely make you feel like your life is just very dry and dull and drab. A change of environment that can come through cleaning or even just packing up your bag to work out of a coffee shop or planning a couple days for a staycation in a new energetic environment. Pulling yourself out of a comfortable environment and just forcing yourself to shake things up a little bit is such a powerful move for your overall well-being. It will surely make you feel like the energy has switched up, and naturally being in a new space gives you a little bit more creativity, inspires you, and will almost encourage you to think from a different perspective. Likely leads you to reflect on your life in a different light and even the current circumstances. New energy often leads to new inspiration, new thought patterns, and just new perspectives that we can approach life with. And zooming out to really look at this bigger picture and see whether it's that career that has you feeling stuck, or whether it's a relationship, or whether it's just habits that you want to shake off but don't quite know how. Zoom out, look at this beautiful opportunity of life that we are given and have the privilege of experiencing every single day, and understand that there has to be some magic in the journey that you are experiencing, and there has to be some magic in the being that you are that has given you the chance to do this thing called life every single day. So if there's one thing that should keep you moving, it is simply the opportunity to be alive. Think about what your younger self would say to you. Think about what your future self would say to you. Are you on a trajectory that would make these two versions of yourself proud and happy and fulfilled? If not, this will surely get you a little more fired up to take action and change things up so that you've got positive momentum behind you once again. But alternatively, you may also just be in a period of rest. Winter, for instance, is a period of hibernation. And a lot of time, especially if you're a busybody or a type A person, you really want to just keep it moving, keep the ball rolling, even at a time where biologically our bodies might be fighting us for more rest and more introspection. Using this knowledge of seasonality and how us humans are affected by the seasons to your advantage will be so beneficial in your overall journey, as well as in these times of turbulence. If it is prime winter, seasonal affective disorder is at its peak and you are just going through it, understand that if there is a time to go through it, it is now. So allow yourself to go through the emotions, to grow through the emotions. Get comfortable with reflecting a little deeper and asking yourself the questions that maybe are a little uncomfortable or maybe have you thinking a little bit deeper. Understand yourself a little bit better, and that will allow you to reflect on how you enact yourself better as well. And this is a phrase that we know and love, but can often push to the back burner, and that is doing one thing a day that scares us. It's so important to push ourselves into an area of discomfort, because if we are constantly comfortable and in the familiar, we're never really encouraging ourselves to push the envelope and try something new, essentially be challenged to get better at something. If things are familiar and easy forever, they'll get boring, and naturally, why would you feel excited about any of that? Throw yourself into positions where you're meeting new people and trying new things and experiencing new places and feelings. This will naturally get you out of that headspace of feeling stuck and turn your life right back on play, if not even fast forward it, because time moves a lot faster when you're engaging yourself in the real world and not just scrolling on your phone or getting stuck in your thoughts and ruminating. And curating what you consume a little bit better as you navigate these periods of change and growth is so key. Our diet, like I've said before, is so much more than what we eat. It comes down to what we consume digitally. It comes down to the energy that we're exposed with by the people that we surround ourselves with. So think about all of these things, see how they could potentially be affecting the current version that you are. That may give you some answers about why you're feeling a little bit stuck, as well as how to move out of that feeling. So like I said before, these are all natural parts of the journey, and we cannot vilify ourselves or vilify the emotions that we're going through, telling ourselves we're broken or faulty exalted human beings, but instead we are just becoming. We are going through the periods of reflection that are so necessary in understanding ourselves deeper as well as the world around us. So give yourself the time, patience, and grace to become and blossom into the person that you want to be. And feel free to leave a comment down below if there are any tips that you use to help you get out of sticky situations like this. Thanks for keeping me company today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And until then, take care.